Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to the video. Now, in this video, I am going to be going over the Doodle World balance patch that has recently been revealed for Season 3. Now, I went over them myself already, and honestly, they are pretty freaking hype. Also, with another thing that was just recently revealed just a few minutes ago. And honestly, I'm just really excited to get all into this, and with the changes that I'm seeing, I always say this, but I don't know, like, they could be enough to make me want to try out ranked one more time. But hey, we will see. But there's a lot of changes that happened, and let's just get straight into it. And of course, we'll be having some battles playing in the background as I go over all these patch notes. But the first thing I wanted to talk about there are some huge changes here. Here we have type matchups. The type chart is being changed. We get plant is now immune to light type. Food type now resists the light type. Beast now resists dark. Food is no longer super effective against mythic. And food no longer resists mythic. Honestly, these changes are amazing. Because look, let's be honest. Plant, food, and beast, I feel like we're all pretty mid typings. Beast definitely had the most nerfs in all of history, right? But now Beast can act as a pseudo dark counter. And that's honestly pretty nice because now I just think that's pretty solid because now you can beat dark types with your beast types, which is just solid. And then food resisting light is solid because now you have a better way of dealing with a lot of light types, especially stuff like Fluppy, but we'll get into Fluppy later. Rest in peace. And yeah, plant also being immune to light makes it easier to switch in plant types and just makes them, I guess you can make it more obvious that they're coming in, you know, because since they're now immune, it's very obvious, right? If you have a Fluppy and I have a Springling, I'm going to switch to Springling in on the Aurora Flash or whatever the heck it has now. Yeah, and then food being effective, not being effective anymore against Mythic, nor it resisting Mythic anymore is fair, I'd say, because like it's a food. I don't think it can do much against like an ancient. What's a cake gonna do against an ancient freaking being, right? Like, okay. But yeah, that is all of the type matchup changes. Here we have new held items. We have Enchanted Emerald, which, as you know, just boosts your suit at 50% at the cost of being able to use one move. We finally have Choice Scarf in the game after the longest time. And I think this will definitely change a lot of how how Doodles can perform. Because now you could run like Emerald on like a Springling, use like max attack. You could run Emerald on like Snow Clown, Emerald on... There's a lot of options you have. Emerald is just a really nice, like speed is definitely the most important stat in the entire game. And being able to boost it by 50% is just always incredible. I think it's a very good addition. Then you have Jack in a Box. When a Doodle attacks the user holding this item, and the user does not faint, switches the attacker with a random Doodle. Which, it's basically Red Card, I think is what it's called from Pokemon, where if you hit them, you just get switched out. Which I think would be really cool at some point, because then it's just like, if you're running something with Sturdy, or I forget what this one is called. If you have Sturdy, you just switch it in on something that's set up sweeping you, it hits you, and then you switch them out. And boom, unless they're the last thing left, then GG. But yeah, now we have some buffs. We have Mud Wave, a 70 base power, 100% accurate magical attack that is being given to Magmatoad, Sheemish, Bubble, Umaisho, Octodot, Moyai, Tarionyx. And the reasoning is it's offering these Doodles nice earth coverage and stab, which, yeah, is good, I'd say. Like, only things getting stab off of it are Moyai, Tarionyx, Magmatoad, and Bubble, which, hey, still isn't bad. And guess Octonut now gets earth and ice coverage, which will be pretty nice. Then we have Amethyst Rush, +2 priority, 100% accurate, and only works on the first turn the Doodle is out, like Subterfuge. And it's being given to the Flasket line, Gormasol, Sombrok, Skadeen, and Rhinostone. The reasoning is Crystal really needs more moves. Some more moves. This could come in handy later as it can be distributed to future crystals. Basically, it's first impression for Pokemon. It can actually out-prioritize like Quick Strike and stuff, you know, which is honestly great because now they can come in, and if something doesn't have a defense buff, you know, they just get to click it. And if you're fighting something with priority, like if you're fighting a Mantis Scald and they're like 1 HP, and then it's like, oh my god, I'm a Rhino Stone, I'm gonna die to a Tidal Slam, right? You just click Amethyst Rush, or you die to a Rip Current, you know? Honestly, pretty solid. Then we have Bakery Rush, which I don't know if this was a joke, but I heard somewhere this was also changed. This was changed to Pie Gag. But yeah, 80 base power, 100% accurate, food type magical move, works like Light Hook. And distribution is Jalopy, Kandagon, Sombrock, Scorporula, Caramello, Umaisho, Garlic, Meltaboss, Snow Clown. Finally, Snow Clown buffs. And yeah, magical food types aren't that good. This would help them be a little bit more threatening offensively. And I could see that working. I just don't think food is the greatest typing. But hey, Wish doing what he can to buff it is honestly nice. And now we're getting into doodles that have just gotten buffs. Morvale. Caliganus is going into Mushroom Maneuver. No point in Caliganus anymore due to the light changes. Mushroom Maneuver uses Armelia on switch in, which is basically like it makes pivot moves cancel. Like you can't use a pivot move, which that could be really terrifying. Being able to trap something in that wants to pivot is amazing. You know, like you can trap in non-Wing Slash, non-Jet Strike Rotera, and then that's just like, oh, I'm gonna die, right? And Hypnoddle is losing Puffball, finally, and is getting Mushroom Maneuver, which, yeah, that's fair. Then we have Malotrick, A, getting Dark Slash, Psychic Ram, and Hydraulic Crash. Oh my god. Encouraging Mixed Sets, has a 140 attack stat sitting right there. Yeah, no, I definitely think this one is good, because now you could run Fatal Flaw, Psycho Force / Recombobulate, and then Hydraulic Crash. I think Hydraulic Crash is really solid because it's able to hit the like Incineroar and stuff. It's also is a good substitute for chunking down dark types, right? And Cathalos is getting Siphon Soul, which scary. Rebottle, a new trait, Speedy Recovery, moves that heal gain +1 priority. It's also getting Mind Drain and Life Sap. Honestly, I always loved Rebottle. I love the offensive set I used on it. I could run like Enlightenment. I could go like Enlightenment, Heal, Mind Drain, and Life Sap. That could be kind of fun. Monologue getting Icy Bite, reverting a previous nerf. That's solid. Gomut getting Icy Slash. Ooh. That is pretty good. I thought it lost Venom Bite a long time ago, I'm pretty sure, because it was just too oppressive. Gomut has received so many nerfs, dude. It's insane how much nerfs Gomut has received. But yeah, and then Pompadour plus Savage. Oh no. Pompadour getting Savage Blow, getting an 80, getting 85 defense and 90 magical defense. Reverting a nerf and making it more of a bulky attacker with harder to wall coverage. Yeah, it's harder to wall. That'll be interesting. And then we have Stalagant getting Transcendent Power. New signature move. Effect changes on gender. Crystal type, 80 base power, 100% accuracy. Female, magical hits defense stat. Male, physical hits magic defense stat. Okay, so basically female gets Psyshock, but crystal. Male gets, I don't know what the equivalent of that is. Psycho Slap. But crystal. And then also got Flashing Strike. It's good moves to make Stalagant stand out more while making it a greater wall breaker. And yeah, I agree with that. Like getting true power and then Psyshock and Psycho Slap is honestly crazy. I really like that. Then Arthopex, Swarm, giving it a reason to run a decent bug stab until it gets Mandible Wound. That makes sense. Yeah, that would make sense, right? A Kaleidoscunk, Aurora Flash, giving it a nice light stab. Light stab it can use with Glow Up until it gets Radiant Beam. So yeah, this is just giving things moves until they get better moves in the future. And then Pandishi, Energy Wave. Stop annoying me about this. I guess people were annoyed that only Sumo got Energy Wave and Pandishi didn't. And then Sumo getting Takeout. It's underwhelming and make more sense for it to have even more food moves since that's what makes it unique. It shouldn't be broken, especially since Sumo is a very bad case of 4 move slot syndrome. I could see Takeout. Incinerate, Feast, and Burning Orb be used. You know, like that just seems like a very solid set. You can pivot, you get rid of items, right? You heal and you burn. That seems pretty solid. You can't be burned yourself. So yeah, that seems like it could be very, very good. And so, plus it's a very slow thing. You could run a very offensive one with like Ruby. You could do that with Ruby. You got the Diseased Plushie as well. Ruby. take out like the Flare Blitz move in the future. Who knows? And Vigilante getting Unguarded Strike. No late game melee moves in its level up pool, and it put in between Tidal Slam and Hydro Burst. Vigilante A, Ferocity changed to crowd support. Upgraded Ferocity now gives +2 attack on Feint. Having Ferocity just makes it worse than base Vigilante with Avenger boost almost all the time. Yeah, because it is worse than it. And Artifixie getting Magical Shield, losing Snap Freeze, getting Crystal Wall, and then combo support. Would give it a better role on doubles and singles as a good support doodle. And it has a Silly, right? So that's like the... yeah, that's not bad at all, I'd say. That makes it good as a support. And also just... I don't know. I like the offensive one as well. I guess I got to get a Silly one now. And Jalopy getting Sonata of Darkness. Okay. And getting an HP buff, attack buff. Ooh. Offering it a niche. It's a funny Parish Trapper. What else does it get? Does Jalopy... Yeah, it's Jalopy. What else does it get? Does it get like wait, does it get a trap move? Wrap. Ooh my god, that could be annoying. You go Wrap, Sonata of Darkness. Oof. Wrap, Sonata of Darkness, Protect. Oh my god, it's time. Oh, that'll be hilarious. Wrap, Sonata of Darkness, Protect, and then Take Out. Ooh, I'm doing that. That'll be fun. And then Skadeen, oh my god, getting Daze, Fin Slash, Icy Slash, Body Slam, and Amethyst Rush. And it's supposed to diversify the set of awakening options, and also was supposed to get us to like Season 1, you think. Oh, great, great. Let's... Kibara getting Psycho Force, plus Magical Shield, 105 magic attack to 115 magic attack. Reasoning, Kibara is much more underwhelmed than Kadiri. With those buffs, it'll hopefully find itself as a niche, very bulky attacker that can support its team with Magical Shield. Maybe. I think it might still be too passive, but we'll see, I guess. Terionics. Now, I know that Earthquake was reverted, so it's getting Heat Bash and Icy Bite. And the main issue with Terionics is that it hits too weak despite having a high attack. With those buffs, it'll hopefully help it become a much more threatening check to other physical attackers. I disagree where it doesn't hit that hard. I think it's ridiculously hard. But I think losing Earthquake is sad. You know, like, come on. It's your favorite doodle. Come on. Give it some bias. Come on, Wish. But yeah. I think it's fine. I like that it's getting Icy Bite, though. Giving it that Earth and Ice coverage is very good. And Taflaze A is getting a 140 attack to 150. So we're going to get Taflaze A buff. Okay. And now Sombrok is actually getting Feast. Okay. And then Hard Candy. When a food type move is used, +1 defense when a food type move is used, being buffed to +1 defense when a food type move is used, plus immunity to fire type moves. That's hilarious. Wait, what? Oh. Now that is funny. Wow. Oh, so now basically you just switch that in on a fire type. You're like, oh my god, I can kill it. And then it's like, no, I'm sorry. Use Sonata of Darkness, force them out, go for a takeout. You're in the lead. Yo. Sombrok A is now a food and light type, and Luminosity is being changed to dark type moves become light type and gain 30% more power. Okay, so changing Sombrok to be more of a wall breaker, right? So now it has Siphon Soul that's now light type, which is crazy. But it's kind of sad that it is losing that dark and light duo that it had. But now Sombrok A doesn't really work with Fluppy anymore, but hey, we're getting to Fluppy. Don't worry. And Cryoterra getting Crunch, Icy Slash, and Hit and Run. Ooh, Awaken Cryoterra now having Hit and Run is crazy. And Reasoning, I don't know why it doesn't have these moves. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's crazy, getting Hit and Run on Cryoterra. That means like you have a 130 speed thing that can hit really hard with a pivot move. And it could be mixed, so you don't know what it's going to be till it's too late. That's crazy. Cacmeow getting Life Sap and Sharpen. Okay, no good magical plant stab would also make the awakening a bit better as it would heal from the tankier doodles it cuts the healing from. Yeah, and the Sharpen is to help its physical set be a much more immediate threat. This definitely makes the quick thinking one pretty solid too, right? You have Earth Surge, Life Sap. I don't know what other magical moves Cacmeow gets, but this is a good day for Cacmeow fans. And then you have Sword Dance as well to just nuke immediately. That is pretty solid. Then Arachniac is actually getting heal to make the hidden trait set actually worth considering / using. Even then, like, no one is gonna use the hidden trait set just like, if they're not using it, right? I think that ability needs to be completely reworked because I still don't see why you would ever use the hidden trait one, because the candy cube is a one-time thing, right? Then they're like, oh crap, now it's like a one-time use, right? Then they're like, oh, I just won't hit it with this fire type move then, you know? Like, you can get rid of one of like your 6 weaknesses. It's just not worth it, you know? And then on top of that, like, the normal ability is just better if you just want to blow things up, right? Because it can blow things up, right? Then we have Renute getting Energy Wave. A little late, but yeah. 85 attack to 50 attack. 90 defense to 115 defense. 85 HP to 100 HP. Ooh. Make it be able to tank hits better as it sets up reverse singularity. Plus, lasts longer as it burns and is less weak to priority, also giving it a bit more coverage. Yep, I agree. I do like this, though I don't really see what it would use Energy Wave for. Maybe Ice types. Maybe that's the only thing I could really think of. Even then, I think it would still keep its old set of like Psychoforce, Earth Surge, and Tomophobia, right? Because being able to hit, being able to chip down Gramantle Air is good, you know? I don't think it would use Energy Wave. I don't see it using that. And Swapped are getting some buffs, getting Venom Lacerate and Icy Slash, offering it better coverage and making it more of a threatening wall breaker. Yeah, that's very good because now its slashing expert's going to be even scarier to deal with. Then we have Reliconis getting a 5 speed boost in its reformed form, 110 speed to 115 speed, making it a better late game cleaner and that is already naturally hard to outspeed, but it's slightly easier to stop with priority. I feel like just go 120. Like, just do it. Come on. Reliconis sucks and no one's going to use it. Giving it a 5 speed boost is not going to help it. And then we have Moss getting an attack nerf to 48 attack from 58. And then getting a 10 magical attack increase from 73 to 83. Reasoning, making it a better bulky attacker. That might make it a bit stronger. And then I think once it gets Enlightenment, it'll be a lot better. Run like max defense, you know? Got a Suicune situation on our hands. And then Lumaline A getting a 65 attack nerf to 55, 150 magical defense to 140, and then 115 magical attack to 135. Yes! Okay, this is to make Lumaline A a much more offensively threatening Doodle than it is, and that is more able to set up Crystal Wall and throw stuff out. Yes, I like that because, like, Lumaline A can work as a double positive where it could be like, oh, I could kill you real quick and get my Crystal Wall up, or I could set up my glow up as you switch out, right? I think it's really good that way, and I'm glad I got that. Marking Bite being changed from 20 base power and 40 to 80 base power. Marking is a nice status, but the moves are kind of bad. Yeah, Marking does what? You can't miss and you have a higher chance to crit? Actually, that's a W. And then Neonto getting Protect, letting it have somewhat reliable healing in the form of Lewis Prayer and Protect. Okay, Neonto getting Protect is pretty good. I think that, I don't know what that would really do for it. Like, yeah, what? Lewis Prayer, Protect, you could make it a Wish Passer, you know? With also has pretty okay moves. And then Ostagon getting a buff, getting Shale, magical attack being lowered to 60, and its speed being buffed to 100. Giving Sand another decent option for Shale setup, also making Ostagon a more competent attacker. Yeah, and then with I think it got Warcry as well. Yeah, I've always liked Ostagon, honestly, and the fact that it is now getting more options is great, and I could definitely see it on some Sand teams. And then Tenaflight getting its code moves, Dark Blast, Vine Grasp, and Taser, plus a 10 speed bonus. It's honestly solid. Helping Tenaflight become a better wall breaker by giving it its code moves. Yeah, you got quick thinking. I feel like with a wall breaker, you're going more so with glow up, but with a cleaner, you're going more with quick thinking. That's where I kind of go the line there. If you get Dragon Dance, you're a cleaner. If you get quick think, if like you get Nasty Plot, you're a breaker, right? I feel like that's how it goes. But yeah, then Nimbell getting Aerial and Tsunami. Aerial's been misspelled. Nimbell's main issue is that it overly relies on the much more unfortunate light spark coverage with its buff and hopefully become a much more threatening wall breaker. Glow Up, Aerial, Tsunami. Yeah, like Air and Electric is pretty solid overall. Then you get Tsunami on top of it. Glow Up. I don't know. Like this doesn't seem that bad. Maybe even like light and air is not bad either. Like light air is actually pretty good. Velodo getting fur coat. What does fur coat do? Hold on. I don't actually know what that ability does. Oh, 50% less from contact moves, but double damage from fire type moves. Okay, so you're still dying in pretty much any one hit. And they got minus 20 magic attack, plus 10 speed, and plus 10 attack. And Velodo's main problem is the stats being spread too thin. With the change, it'll hopefully be able to find a role as a very powerful physical attacker. I think the best change here is definitely the fur coat. Being able to finally freaking use Warcry, right? I mean, yes, it had Calm, but Calm kind of sucked. And Velodo sucked in general, so hopefully this does help it. Killintel getting Psycho Force to hit what? Melees? That's fair. Garlic getting a buff. No. Not this again. 10 more HP going from 100 to 110. Attack going from 80 to 90. Magical attack going from 80 to 90. Reason it matches BST with Melt Them All again. Yeah, that's fair. Hopefully this thing is not annoying again, though. Bananaltis. Oh, no. Defense 115 to 130. Magical defense 115 to 130. Banana Peel now makes Doodles miss 10% more often. Oh, no. It's still gonna suck, but still, that's funny. Freeze is no longer removed by fire type moves. Fire moves getting rid of freeze was added when the status is overwhelming. Now with the rework, it's incredibly easy to remove freeze. This change is meant to make freeze a more lasting status. Even then, I feel like freeze is just useless, right? It's really only useful if you get it on one of their walls, which if you're fighting a smart player, they're not going to want to risk the fact that they can get frozen and then take 1/8 of their health a turn, right? Like, I don't think that would happen. I still think the status sucks and probably could have something else thought about it. But I guess for now, this is fine, having freeze no longer have it removed. Yeah, then we have reworks. Junipero, minus guilt plus refresh. Why is Junipero getting refreshed? Rip Jalopy, dude. What did he do? My god. If you don't know what refresh does, it's like Regenerator. Radiant Beam is now 100% accurate, 90 base power move with a 20% chance to lower accuracy. Okay, Radiant Beam is a pretty solid move in general, so yeah, that's pretty good. Dim-Witted going from a 25% damage boost to a 50% damage boost, and the user can no longer use held items as well. Okay, I have a debate on this one. I think this is better than before. People were worried about like, oh, Ruby Henchum. You're giving Henchum its Ruby back, but it can also pick its moves. It's only doing 25% less damage. That's it, you know? Because with Dim-Witted plus Ruby, you're doing 75% more damage, right? But with the new Dim-Witted change, you get just a 50% flat damage boost, but you just can't use held items, right? You just can't. I think this is just better than the old one, because now it can click Pursuit and then switch its freaking moves if it needs to. The only downside I say is that it loses its bulk with Cursed Cloak, which I think you could just adapt to that, you know? I really think this is good. This is a good buff, or maybe even a nerf. I don't know. It says it's a rework. I think it's fine. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about it, but we'll see. Artifixie Mech getting a buff, and it's just a rework. It's becoming more bulky. Okay. So we have 85 HP to 100, 115 attack to 110, 105 melee defense to 110, 120 magical attack to 110, magical defense from 100 to 110, and speed from 75 to 60. So yeah, bunch of 110s there. And the Magnificent Top Hat equipment is completely useless, being changed to +5 speed, +10 magical attack. Okay. Useless equipment would offer magical attackers their own decorative hair clip alternative. Let's go. Geode Pendant. +4 everything except speed, -14 speed, to 7 HP, attack, and defense. Okay, so it's alternative to rock candy. Yeah, physical alternative. Whatchamacallit is now just becoming 12 attack. Outshined by Sandstone Necklace and Dusty Bandana would offer physical attackers a Dark Rouge alternative. Yeah, I like that. And then Toxic Vial being buffed to get 15 defense instead of 10. Outclassed by other equipments like Swag Juice and the new reworked ones. This is to make it equal to them. Yeah, that's solid. You could also make it just 15 attack too. Hey, that'd be hilarious. Then Vulnerable is being -1 defense plus M defense, removable via switching, to -1 defense /M defense every turn, removable with healing. Okay, so if you get vulnerable now, every turn you're losing defense, and if you heal, it gets removed. So vulnerable no longer disappears whenever you switch out, so you need to heal with it. So if you have something that doesn't have any form of healing and it gets vulnerable, that's going to get broken really easily. That also forces walls to use their healing moves, but then you can taunt. And then at that point, they're just not in a good spot, right? They're in a very bad spot after that. And then we have nerfs. Okay, Rotera died. I just want to say Rotera freaking died. Confidence has been reworked entirely. It now reads, boosts moves used consecutively by 10%. Its effect is reset if the user switches out or uses another move. 07 Rotera. Yeah, Rotera died, basically. This rework basically just eviscerated it. It's basically Metronome for Pokemon, where the more times it uses the same move in a row, the more damage it's going to do. And you might be thinking, oh my god, it's not that bad. Just use Ruby with, like, Shatter or Wing Slash. It's just not worth it, you know? It just gets 10% stronger each turn, then you just switch something in that can beat it, like a Voltatu, right? Unfortunately, Rotera is pretty much dead, and Accelerate's probably the best option you could use on it now. I don't see why Confidence is good anymore. And yeah, it was just a nightmare to balance Confidence. And yeah, I'd say unfortunate day for Rotera. Gramantle, losing hit and run, has the highest win rate in history. I think what I heard is also it's getting hit and run replaced for Enlightenment. So yeah. Yeah, Gramantle is just too good. It needs to get its best thing removed. Conductor no longer boosts magical attack. Discouraged Pylon's use. I guess you get that spark immunity, but that does kind of suck that now you can no longer boost your offenses. I mean, if you wanted to just do that, then just make it so, I don't know, make Pylons and Conductor work differently. Or just, like, beat the Conductor users if you're going to use Pylons. And now Fluppy. Oh no. Fluppy. Superliminal now only works at 100% health. Now you might be wondering, why is that horrible? Well, now Fluppy can't just switch in, right? And it's fine. Plus, plant's now immune to light. Food resists light. And it's just like Fluppy died, dude. Fluppy is dead. Then Mantis Skull's getting 115 attack to 105 attack. Party Bug. Marshmallow Fedora has a changed effect when used on Party Bug. This is no longer the case. It was an inside joke, but since Party Bug A is now meta, the joke has ran its course. So now, unfortunately, Party Bug A and Party Bug do not get the, like, plus 20 attack, plus 10 speed effect with Party Bug, which Marshmallow Fedora, which is kind of sad. And then the user's Archmage will go away when Party Bug A faints, which I think kind of sucks. Unfortunate nerf, but hey, I think 10% attack for just existing is a little unfair, so I can see why that would be a thing. But yeah, that is pretty much all of the balance changes that we have gone over. And yeah, let me know what you guys like the most. And yeah, with all that being said, I'll see everyone in the next one. Oh, wait. Forgot about one thing. Voltenchant A is now going to be a Spark and Water type. So it's going to get stab on water moves. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Bye-bye.